Hey, it's Philly Fan 21, and we're back with another video talking about the Philadelphia 76ers. In this video, I'll be previewing our upcoming matchup with the Orlando Magic, who are surprisingly the only undefeated team left in the league. If you haven't already, please sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And with that said, let's get into the video. Before we preview this game, I first want to talk about how the season has gone so far for the 76ers. So the Sixers have started the season off 3-1, our 3 wins coming in our season opener against the Wizards, against the Knicks, and then against the Raptors the other night. And our 1 loss came against the Cleveland Cavaliers in a game in which we did not have Joel Embiid. I specifically want to talk about Joel Embiid and his start to the season, as what I've seen from him in these first 3 games I think is very encouraging. He's averaged 28 points and 13 rebounds in these first 3 games, and in each win that we've had, he's been the leader of the team, driving us to those wins, especially in the fourth quarter at the end of games. I specifically want to talk about the Toronto game and what I saw just on the team as a whole, because I think that was the most encouraging win so far this season. So in the beginning of the game, we were getting a lot of open shots, but nothing was falling. You're going to have nights like that. But the things that I saw that were encouraging is that in the second half, I think we held the Raptors to around 35, 37 points, which is very low. And I think that our effort really was just encouraging, because we're going to need our team to step up like that in big ways, especially coming down to the end of games this season, and especially in the playoffs. There's going to be nights where your shot's not falling, but I think it was just encouraging to see them fight back and end up eventually winning that game. I want to talk about Tobias Harris specifically, because in his first 3 games, he didn't look all that great. He was, slowly improving. His first game was not good at all, and then slowly improving, but obviously he's way overpaid. But if we see the Tobias Harris that we saw in the win against the Toronto Raptors, I think if he plays like that every night, I think that gives us a really big boost and a really good shot at contending deep into the playoffs, being a big possible championship winning team if he can play up to that standard. And Ben Simmons is another player I want to talk about, as I'm not one of the people that wants to trade him away for James Harden. I think I've already mentioned why in a previous video. You can go watch that if you want to. But Ben Simmons, he needs to be a little bit more aggressive, I think. So there's a lot of occasions where he'll drive into the lane and he's just bigger than everybody, so he's gonna get the shot he wants, but he turns around and just kicks it back out, and I don't like that. I think I'd just like to see him take that shot a little bit more, and then obviously what everyone wants to see is him develop his jump shot. And through the first few games, he hasn't attempted one. So actually, no, he did. In the first game of this season, he attempted a mid-range jump shot, and that was wow, he attempted a mid-range jump shot. I don't think he missed it, so I don't think anyone really remembers. But in the Raptors game specifically, I remember a few occasions where he is wide open in these mid-range, and he halfway pump fakes it, and then he passes it. Or he was in the corner and he pump faked twice, and then he passed it out, or he drives in. He just needs to, because he has a jump shot. We've seen, before games, every game, he's taking jump shots from the corner, everywhere. He just has to build up the confidence to actually shoot that. But with that being said, this was a really good win for the 76ers. I think Embiid and Tobias stepped up in a big way, and Simmons' defense was really great in this game too, and Seth Curry hit some big shots as well. I think if we continue to get more wins like this, that's a really encouraging sign for what we can do possibly in the playoffs, because I'll tell you, last year we would not have won this game. There's absolutely no way we would have won this game. But without further ado, I've been talking about stuff that's been going on, but let's talk about the matchup, Sixers versus Magic, coming up tonight. So tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers will take on the Orlando Magic in Orlando. Of course, the Magic coming in as the only undefeated team left in the NBA at 4-0, and the Philadelphia 76ers still with one of the better records at 3-1. So I'm going to be talking about some key matchups and also some keys to winning the game. But let's start with the key matchups. So the first matchup that I want to talk about is the Orlando Magic's Markelle Fultz versus Ben Simmons. So Markelle Fultz in these first few games has been much better than he has ever played before. He's averaging around 20 points per game and just really stepped up and looking a lot improved this season. and he's been making plays. So I think Ben Simmons will possibly be the one guarding him. And Ben Simmons, we obviously know, is one of the best defenders in the NBA. So we'll be looking for Ben Simmons to shut him down, and that'll give us a big boost in helping win this game. And then Ben Simmons also needs to be a bit more aggressive this game. And here's a bold prediction. I predict he will shoot, get this, he will shoot a jump shot in this game. That I'm really hoping there. But if he attempts a jump shot, I will be very happy, and I think it's a good sign moving forward. But let's not make that the main focus. If Ben Simmons just plays within himself, plays great defense, can pass the ball, and let's look for him to score around 17 to 20 points this game. That'll be good enough for me. But if he attempts a jump shot, that's obviously a nice bonus. And then another key matchup would be Joel Embiid versus Nikola Vucevic. So Vucevic has always been a quality center. He's a quality center right now, all-star caliber, you could argue. But so this season, he's averaging around 20 points and about 12 rebounds per game. So look for Embiid to dominate once again. Even though this is the best center he's probably faced all season, look for Embiid to dominate, be the focal point of our offense still, especially going into the fourth quarter if it's close. He will be the one bringing our team to a win. He's still going to get his numbers because we just know that's how good Joel Embiid is. But also look for him to be a big defensive impact on this whole Orlando Magic team at the rim, and especially Vucevic. As we know, he can score as well and get some boards and play a little bit of defense. But look for Embiid to still win out that matchup as he is the better player overall. So let's talk about some keys to winning the game. So my first key to winning the game would be limit the turnovers. We saw against the Cleveland Cavaliers in our one loss. That was the game which we turned it over 21 times and allowed 35 points off turnovers. That cannot happen. So if we can limit our turnovers like we did against Toronto, that'll be a big boost in helping us pull out this game against the 4-0 Magic. Another key to winning this game is Tobias Harris playing at the level he did versus Toronto. If he can play like that, as I previously said, all season, every game, maybe occasional game, whatever, but if he plays like that consistently, that gives this team a big boost. So if he plays like that, that's definitely what we need him to do, and will give us a really good shot at winning this game and knocking off the Magic and giving them their first loss of the season. And then another key to winning the game is just letting Embiid be Joel Embiid. So Joel Embiid, like I've said, has been dominant in this early portion of the season, and if he continues to do that, that's definitely an added bonus for us. And then my final key to the game is shoot the basketball well. Last game, we got off to a slow start because we could not hit our open shots. I think in the first quarter, first half, it was like, at some point we were shooting like 20-some% from the field, and Toronto was shooting like 30-some% from three. If we can start off the game just shooting at average to above average clip from three, from the field, and then we play good defense like we know this team can, that's definitely a big boost, and will definitely, I think it'll give us a good chance to win this game by a lot. But with that said, let's get into my final score prediction for this game. I do think the Philadelphia 76ers will win this game, as I think they're definitely the superior team and will show it tonight. I have them winning 116 to 103 as my final score. I think it'll be a pretty comfortable win. I think the Sixers will be leading pretty much the entirety of the game. I think Embiid's going to come out and dominate like he usually does. Tobias Harris will pick up where he left off, and I think our shooting will be a bit improved from last game, as well as our defense holding at that level where it's been pretty much the whole season, besides excluding that third game where we lost. But with that said, I think we will come out and win this game, knock off the Magic. That will be their first loss of the season, and I think it'll put us, in a good position heading forward. It's obviously just the 5th game of the season, but I think having a hot start, a good start to the season, can really carry through the rest of the entire year, and possibly, give us a boost. Like, this entire early part of the season is a lot of us this team just figuring out how to play with each other, as it's been a very short off season. But I think that these few games you can see kind of the development of the chemistry, and I think we'll see that even more tonight, and the Sixers will end up winning this game. So with that said, thank you all for watching. If you want to see me continue doing videos like this in the future, just comment that, like the video, just keep showing support. I thank you so much for the growth of my channel over the past few weeks. It's been pretty awesome, and I hope to keep making content like this in the future. So subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and see you on the next one.